This is the full mixer view video. I have the full mixer view open right now to 21 tracks. The full mixer view gives you the opportunity to have a lot of tracks opened up in a small space and still have full access to the full functions of each track. This window can be resized as just like most of all the windows in SawStudio by grabbing the sides and dragging. This is about how small it can be. You can scroll down here and you can have a little functioning mini full mixer just like that. You could link up the channels. Look at that. I love that. That's one of the things I really like about SawStudio. You can personalize it to the size of your monitor, to your needs. It's very, very adjustable. Well, that's how you can size the window. Scrolling inside this view is very easy. You can use the left and right arrow keys one at a time, one channel increments. Very simple. You can hold down the arrow keys and it will scroll all the way to the end. That was the right arrow key. Here's the left. Pretty simple, straightforward. You can hold the control key down and press the right arrow key and it takes you to the very end. If you hold the control key down and go left, of course you go to the very beginning. You can also use the home and end keys. End key on the keyboard and the home key on the keyboard. There is another way of scrolling. Now say I'm going to bring this down to 10 tracks to demonstrate this. If I hold the shift key down and say I right arrow, I will move exactly the amount of tracks to the right or left that are opened. Okay, let's go back home. See here, I have 10 tracks opened. I'm going to hold the shift key down and right click and I'm at 20. I hold it down, I'm at 30. I'm moving in 10 track increments because I have 10 tracks open. That can come in handy. Another way to scroll in the full mixer, and these ways of scrolling are very similar, if not the same, in every mixer view. After all the mixer views are just mixer views of the mixer in SawStudio. You can hold those down, both shift and the control key, and if you use the right arrow, it will take you to the next section in the mixer, which would be the return. Right there. Here's input 72. The next section is the returns. And of course, do it again and you're at number 1 of the outputs. Pretty simple and very efficient. Of course, home and end keys, we mentioned that. And here's another way of scrolling, is if you hold down the left mouse button and drag to the corner of the window, it will scroll. Hold it down and you just drag. I'm still holding down the left mouse button. See that? And as long as you're by the edges here, it will scroll. That could be very convenient. And another way, there's just a ton of ways. Whatever way you want to do it. You can right click and you get a 4 arrow right there, and you can move that arrow left or right and a window opens up. And you can go to that track. I want to go to output 1. There it is. Right click. Oops, I let go of it too soon. Right right click, and we'll go back to track 1. Just another way of scrolling. Okay, let's look at the functions here. If you left click on any of these functions, they turn them off and on. Straightforward. Left drag. There you go. Pretty simple. Here is where you put in the names of your tracks. You identify your tracks, and what this white box you see is in the full mixer view. It's in the zoom mixer view. It's in the wide mixer view. And it's in the multi-track view. How do you put your name in there? Very simple. If you shift left click, a dialog box opens up. You can enter in the name of the track, drums, press enter key, and they put it in there for you. If you control left click, the dialog box opens up, and when you press enter, it moves to the next track, and it will keep going on down the mixer until you stop. And to stop, you just press the exit. Very simple. Next, what about grouping? You can group these tracks in a couple different ways. You can click up here. These are the track numbers. The I stands for inputs. And you'll see once you select one of these, the mouse turns to the channel, showing you that a channel has been selected. If you right click up there, they all disappear. It unselects them. Another way to group, or let me show you this so you can click and drag too, right? Now what happens when those are selected? All my faders are connected, my mute buttons, my solo buttons. That can come in very, very handy.